As the government of Malawi and various organizations in the country are promoting girls' education in primary and secondary schools, Abubarker Tayob Girls Islamic Education Center, which has both day and boarding students in primary and secondary sections, had an educational visit to a wildlife conservation area called Ara and Elo Farms Game Lunch in the city of Lilongwe. The purpose of this trip was to give the students of this school the opportunity to see with their own eyes the different types of wild animals that they usually only see in books while learning at school. Some of the major animals that the students saw included zebras, impalas, wildebeest, sable antelopes, and even camels. Many different large birds and snakes were also among the animals that the students were able to see up close. The final place they visited was the Parliament building, where the students were able to learn how the members of Parliament carry out their duties. They were also inspired after seeing female MPs working in the House. The first Deputy Speaker of Parliament warmly welcomed the students and asked Honorable Gerald Piri, who is the Member of Parliament for Salima Central constituency, where the students come from, to receive them inside the Parliament.
Honour members, I wish to inform this August House of the presence of distinguished visitors in the gallery. We have two sets of visitors. The first one is a group of 101 students from Abubarker Tayub Girls Islamic Education Center. They are from Salima Central constituency, and they are in the gallery, so I thought before they leave Parliament, they should be appreciated. Can I first ask the honourable member for Salima Central to rise? Can you, the honorable member for Salima Cente, rise and ask our visitors from Abubarker Tayub Girls Islamic Education Center to rise. Can you please rise? Thank you very much for coming to Parliament.
Mr. Mike Matola Chilanga is the director of Abubarker Tayob Girls Islamic Education Center, and he had this to say.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is a very wonderful trip. We believe that when you educate a girl child, you have educated the whole nation. These children learned a lot during this education trip, and the female members of parliament encouraged them not to look down on themselves. Everything is possible as long as they work hard in their education. I, as the director, together with all the staff of Abubarker Tayub Girls Islamic Education Center, we wish them all the best, that they work hard in their studies. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
And in the end, the students were able to explain some of the things they had learned and what had inspired them during this education visit.
My name is Larifa Jairos. I'm in Form 2 at Abubarker Tayub Girls Islamic Education Center. We had an educational trip to visit game reserve to see how wild animal lives in their natural habitat. Therefore, we went to the Parliament building to see how members of Parliament works. We learned and discovered many things that encouraged us to be working hard in our studies, so that we can become like them if we finish our school.
My name is Shakira Milambo. I am in Standard 8. I learn at Abubarker Tayub Girls Islamic Education Center. We had an educational visit trip. We went to the game reserve where we see how wild animals live in their natural habitat, and we see how food they eat, and we see different types of animals and birds. After that, we went to the parliament where we see how members of parliament behave and how they work, and there were women MPs, and we were encouraged in our studies so that we can become like them.
My name is Tayob. I am in Form 2 at Abubarker Tayub Girls Islamic Education Center. We had an education trip visit to the game reserve where we see how animal lives in their natural habitat, and also went to the parliament to see how members of parliament works. This is that encouraged us to be working hard in our studies, to be like them where we finish our school.
My name is Firdaus Farouk. I am in Standard 6 at Abubarker Tayub Girls Islamic Education Center. I went to game reserve to see animals, to see wild animals, how they behave. And we went to the parliament to see how members of parliament works. We learned a lot at the parliament and encouraged because we saw female members at the parliament. That will help us work hard in class so that we can become like them.